All right, let's jump right in. For today's explainer, we're going to be looking at a really cool new platform that's all about helping out creators, communities, and good causes. It's called Tip Jar Express, and its whole mission? It's turning that feeling of gratitude into something you can actually see and feel.
I mean, just think about that for a second. Imagine a world where gratitude flows as freely as code. It really gets to the core of what this project is all about. What if saying thanks was as easy, as fluid, as writing a line of code? It's not about a transaction, right? It's about making gratitude just a natural part of how we interact online. So you might be wondering, what's the big deal? What problem is this even trying to solve? Well, it's trying to fix something that I think a lot of us have felt, even if we haven't really put a name to it. It's this weird disconnect in the online world. Think about it from both sides. On one hand, you've got all these amazing creators, developers, artists, writers, pouring their hearts out, sharing their work for free. And on the other hand, you've got us, the supporters. We see something awesome, and a like just doesn't feel like enough, does it? But then, trying to give a small tip or show some real support, it's all over the place, it's clunky, there's this huge gap, right, between wanting to say thanks and actually being able to. And this is exactly where TipJar Express steps in. It's basically building a bridge over that gap. It's designed to be a really simple, elegant solution to a very, very modern problem. So what is it, really? The official description calls it a lightweight, emotionally aware tipping platform. And I've got to say, I love that phrase, emotionally aware. That's not something you usually hear about a tech platform, right? It tells you right away that this isn't just about moving money around. It's about the human connection, the actual feeling of giving and getting a thank you. And you can totally see that emotionally aware thinking in the features themselves. I mean, you can choose to tip anonymously or put your name on it, total flexibility. And get this, creators can send back personalized thank you messages. How cool is that? It makes it feel like a real interaction. They even have a little viewer to see recent contributions, which kind of builds this sense of community. And of course, the whole thing is super fast, secure, and has a clean design. You can tell a lot of thought went into the entire experience. Okay, so that all sounds great, but what's it actually like to use it? Because let's be real, a ton of features don't matter if it's a pain to use. The whole point here is simplicity. So let's walk through the user journey. It really boils down to just 3 simple steps. 1, you find a creator you love. 2, you give thanks with a super quick tip. And 3, everybody feels good about it. The person giving feels great, the creator feels supported. It creates this amazing positive loop, a virtuous cycle, you could say. Now, for any of you who are a bit techie and are wondering what's making all this tick, it's built on a really solid, tried-and-true foundation. We're talking Apache, PHP, MySQL, the classic stuff. That just means it's reliable and pretty easy to get up and running. And of course, it plugs right into Stripe for payments, so you know that whole set of things is secure and totally seamless. But wait, there's more. Seriously, the platform doesn't just stop with one-off tips. This next part is where it gets really interesting, especially for creators who are looking to build something sustainable. There's a key integration that just takes the whole thing to another level. It integrates with something called Revenue Cat, and when it does that, it transforms. It goes from being a simple tip jar to a full-on support system. And that is a total game changer, because now creators can build recurring support. We're talking about predictable income from their biggest fans. And just imagine what that unlocks. A creator isn't just hoping for random tips anymore. Suddenly, they can build a whole ecosystem around their work. You could have your one-time tips, sure, but also monthly supporters, and maybe even premium tiers that get you exclusive stuff. It creates all these different ways for people to get involved. See, it's a huge shift in thinking. This isn't just a payment tool anymore. The creators of this talk about gamifying generosity, which is a cool way of putting it. It's about building a system where every single act of support, no matter how small, gets seen and feels important. It just makes the whole act of giving way more fun and rewarding for everyone. Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, let's pull back for a second. Let's forget the features and the tech for a minute and look at the really big idea, the mission that's driving this whole thing. In this right here, this is the line that really says it all. The goal isn't just to make another app or another tool. The goal is to start a movement. It's about changing the culture, making it so that showing gratitude online is a real, meaningful, and powerful thing to do. So I'll leave you with this final thought, this big question. What if every single thank you out there wasn't just a comment that disappears into the void? What if each one was like a brick, building a better, more supportive, and frankly, a more grateful internet? It's a pretty powerful idea to chew on. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.